Jordan, bad news. This show began with us
Bad news
talking
bears.
about this next topic, Jordan. This is where we began. We began talking about this, and so it only feels fitting that we talk about the end. And that is, Jordan, they canceled the Doctor Who Christmas special. And everybody freaked out. I saw a ton of memes that were very, very funny. But everyone was like, they said, sorry, what they said specifically was, everyone interpreted it as Doctor Who is canceled and going woke made it go broke. But this is what they actually said. I'm going to translate for you.
I mean, I'm just going to guess that Disney doesn't want to renew, but the BBC is going to keep making it.
Yes, well, Disney didn't want to. That was the first announcement. Disney was not renewing their deal, and the BBC said Doctor Who will live on. They announced this Christmas special that, as Russell T Davies put it, he had not written or done anything on. They announced that not only were they not doing the Christmas special, Russell T Davies is stepping away, and they're actively looking for a new company, a new production company. So with Russell T Davies leaving, his company Bad Wolf Productions is leaving. So they're shopping out for a new showrunner and a new production company. So Doctor Who is not canceled, like everyone said. It will be out of commission. We won't get new episodes till like 2028 or later. Maybe I think someone said at the very, very earliest 2027, 2028, 2029. Which is like, okay, people are acting like that the show is canceled, and they're like, there's been a lot of, my favorite meme is the meme from the bit from Toy Story 2 where it's Woody being like, oh, I don't see the next episode. It's the clip of him regenerating into Billy Piper.
Rose.
Yeah, into Rose, and be like, I don't see the next episode, and that's it. That's all. That bums me out. If indeed Doctor Who, because everyone's saying that Doctor Who needs to do a hard reboot, like full story. He goes back to being the first Doctor. It's all new. It's a whole new deal. We don't do a sequel to that. And God, I don't want that. I don't want the last thing. I don't want the last thing Doctor Who in its current iteration does to be the Doctor regenerates into Rose Tyler and we never explain it. I can't have it end that way. That bothers me. That bothers me that they're not gonna pay off this wild fucking swing. Like, it would be different. Like, I saw a lot of people say, like, this is the BBC's fault for not having him regenerate into black like they were originally going to. Because originally, when he regenerated, he was just you weren't gonna see what he regenerated into. He was just gonna regenerate, and then that was gonna be it. And the implication that way, whoever came in and took over next could put whoever they wanted in, and it could be whoever. But it was like changed at the last second for it to be Billy Piper. I wish they had gone with the first thing, because I can't maybe that they've ended on this weird cliffhanger with no precedent or no explanation. Like if he had regenerated in a normal regeneration to Ncuti Gatwa and it ended there, I'd be okay with that, because you're like, okay, this guy, he's the Doctor, he's gonna go off and be the Doctor, okay, whatever. But like, what the fuck? Like, why does he look like we're just not gonna explain that? We're just gonna hard reset everything? Oh man, I don't want to do that. I know everyone says we need to, but at least do one more special where you wrap up all the shit that
yeah. So I'm torn. On the one hand, yeah, I hate cliffhangers. So the fact that you've ended on one, it irritates me, and I would like at least one more special where like we have her turn into Rose, we have the story, explaining why, and then she regenerates into whatever her next form would be. And okay, at that point, if you want to reboot it or whatever,
yeah, do it there.
Then
exactly.
Then that's fine.
I'm 100% with you. Yes, exactly.
Because like I
don't disagree. I don't disagree. 60th Doctor at this point. Like, okay,
we kind of do need to reboot. It's getting complicated. You have this whole child thing, where why can the Doctor do more than the this and that and this and that? And it's got like by regeneration now.
I saw someone be like, I'm not watching 40 years worth of television to understand all the shit that I currently need to. No one's doing that. So like, I get it. I
get the sentiment, but to me, we need to wrap up the story first.
Like I understand that. Like, yeah,
and you end it in a way where it's not like. it's not really ended. So if
Yeah,
they ever did
exactly.
want to come back to it with like a book or a story or whatever, you can have the continuing adventures of blah blah blah, right? And you
Exactly.
can continue
Exactly.
it. But then you can also do a reboot and have it, and literally you could be like, call it like New Who, and have it
Right?
be an entirely separate different show. Who says that you need to have it one way or the other? You could do both. You
Well,
could
they kind of
you could
are in
continue
the sense
this,
that
and you could reboot and have a new one as well.
they
In
kind of
fact,
are
like,
in the sense
you
that
should do that.
they've got those big Finnish audio dramas where that's where you've got the fugitive doctor, and so but also like, yeah, there's a lot of people tend to fold that into the regular. Like, I don't disagree. Like, yeah, you can. There's a world where both can exist, but like, there shouldn't be.
There needs to be a line,
There
a
needs to be a
delineation
line.
between the two.
Exactly. Like, there's too much of like, oh, River Song has met every single version of the Doctor in some variation or another in one of those big Finish. Like, she did a team up where she teamed up with the Fourth Doctor, and like, too much of Stephen Moffat's era is like, shit happened off camera. I fucking hate that. So like, there needs to be a balance, but certainly we need to pay this off. Like, you can't have the current version of, like, at least when Doctor Who went into hibernation last time, the last thing it ended on was the Doctor Who movie, the Eighth Doctor. Like, that's at least like, okay, I can be satisfied that this is where it ended, and we bring it back. And this is just like you're in the middle of a story. Like, you didn't explain any of this.
It doesn't even feel like it was the end of a season, really.
Right?
It just kind of feels like a stopping point.
Right, exactly.
End of an episode.
Right?
But also, I'm gonna be brutal here. I'm not really shocked that it's getting canceled, or not canceled, but postponed or delayed, however you want to
Well,
word it.
this is,
Because in my opinion, and this isn't a direct fault of the show itself, but the last season suffered from a lot of Disney shows where it didn't have enough episodes.
no, yeah, it was everything wrong with like a Marvel Disney Plus show.
With
It's not enough episodes.
not even just Marvel, but Star Wars as well. Like
Too
anything
many,
Disney show
yeah,
related.
too many ideas. Not enough time devoted to any of them for any. Yeah, I still haven't finished it. Maybe I'll have to watch it for one of these weeks and actually finish it. To say that I did. Yeah, I just. Yeah.
That's not even talking about the quote unquote woke shit.
Yeah, the quote,
which
woke
some
shit.
of it I'm not a fan of, some of it I don't mind.
My thing with woke shit, the only thing that makes woke, quote unquote, woke shit annoying is the people who complain about the quote unquote
Point
woke
out
shit.
the quote unquote
Yeah.
woke shit.
Like,
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, if we like doing this, you learn that woke shit, quote unquote, was always there, man. It was always there. It was always there.
Yeah, to a degree, yes,
Always
but I definitely do think that it's how to word this. It was always there, perhaps in some form or another, but I think as media literacy has died, the people that are making movies and shows have had to make it more overt.
That's the thing. Is like, again, I'm I watched a movie from like 1999 one week, and they were saying all the same shit. I've watched movies from the 60s where they're saying all the same shit that we're saying today, and all the same statements.
But what I'm saying is that there's obviously outliers and there are separate cases, but for the majority of what I've seen, the older stuff, it used to be less bashing you over the head with it and more it's there.
Fundamentally disagree with you.
It's
what
there,
I think
but like not
is
quite as pointed out.
Like just for example, like Princess Leia. Princess Leia would be called woke today. Like, she just would. Like, the thing is, a lot of that kind of.
Yeah, but I think there's a very big difference between Princess Leia and Rey.
I don't think media changed. I think the audience did. I think the audience was given a platform with which to complain, and they complained loudly. But I don't think. I don't.
Well, that's why I say it's pointed out more now.
Yes, but I don't think the media itself.
I'm not necessarily talking about the movie or the show is pointing it out itself, but I am saying that because media literacy is dead, you have more people are pointing out the stupid thing, and because there's a platform for them to do it, everybody is aware of it.
I think we've just all decided that it's a stupid thing. I don't think it ever was a stupid thing, and I think certain people decided it was a stupid thing, and then because humans are tribal cave people, the rest of us just decided we did. But there's a lot of the things that people
I
point
didn't
out.
say that it was a stupid thing. I said the people saying it are saying a stupid thing.
No. What I'm saying
So,
is
like the people that are complaining, oh, this doctor is bad because she's a woman, they are saying a stupid thing.
right. But I just think that being
We're agreeing is ultimately the point.
to be
We
like
agree with each other.
yeah, the media was always like, oh, women can be in positions of power, or people of color can be in position, or people of color are worth respecting, or women are worth respecting. Yes, when they get older, it gets tougher. But you'd be surprised with the amount of shit you would see in old media that people, if it were put on out today, the TikTok would be like, this is right wing. Twitter would be like, this is woke. Classic shit that people like. Like the one that gets me is people will be like, I can't stand Kathleen Kennedy, and then turn around and be like, the only good Jurassic Park movie is the first one, which she produced. She made it. So you're like, she ruined Star Wars, but all the shit that you're saying, that you're like, oh, movies only used to be good when we made it like this, and it's all these Steven Spielberg movies. It's like, yeah, she made that one and 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 that. And that's where I'm saying, like, you're right. The literacy has devolved so much that people complain about shit that was always there that nobody ever complained about before, because the internet has put people in this position of complaining about shit that nobody complained about before.
Yeah, so we agree.
Like it's
no. Largely we're agreeing and saying the same thing.
Largely, it's very so. Like, no, the thing that's frustrating is BBC television just kind of works like this. Like, I don't like it. I'm like, no, like fundamentally, I'm like, the BBC does this where they put their shows on agonizingly long breaks and pretend that that's a normal thing. The thing that people were like, oh, shows going on breaks. The BBC was doing that with Sherlock. Like, Sherlock, the first 2 seasons came out, and then like 3 years later, the third season, they finally made the third season and put it out, and it was bad. And like, so this is just a regular thing. This is what was happening with Doctor Who with Jodie Whittaker, where they kept fucking yanking it around, decreasing her series, putting out shitty specials, and they put them out like once a year, so that when you're watching it, you can't attach to anything because the show doesn't come out enough for you to attach to anything. And that's what happened with Ncuti Gatwa. They put out like 8 episodes a year, 7 episodes a year. So it's not that Doctor Who got woke, because Doctor Who was always woke. It was always pointing out social issues. It was always that kind of show. It was always a socially conscious show. You just notice it more because it's so infrequent. Like, if it was a constant presence in our life and we were talking about it twice a year as opposed to once a year or once every 2 years, you wouldn't complain. You wouldn't notice the quote unquote wokeness. So like, saying that it got canceled because of wokeness is just not true. It's just not true. It's a bunch of much more boring reasons than that.
Yeah, it doesn't help that, yeah, like I said, it's got 8 episodes.
Yeah. Like, if it were, like, to be fair, Doctor Who we just watched it all at once, but Doctor Who always came out, like, sparingly. That was kind of, especially later.
Yeah,
like,
but I'm saying that's
was marred by that as well.
I'm saying that's a poor, just generally, that's a poor television practice.
So to be like, oh, the gay black doctor came in and ruined Doctor Who, is just bad scheduling decisions, bad writing, not bad writing, but like bad structure.
I mean, it's bad writing insofar of the fact of you had him come in not through normal regeneration, which would have been perfectly accurate, but you had to have this whole bi-generation thing, which was confusing, and you didn't explain it or pay it off in any way.
And then you brought it back again, and then continued to not explain it, promising that you would eventually explain it, and then chose not to do the Christmas special where you would have explained it.
You know, that doesn't have so much to do with the doctor that is there himself, and more just bad writing. Because
right. Like, I'm not blaming.
It's bad writing.
I would never blame Ncuti Gatwa or even Jodie Whittaker.
Blame him for some of the choices that he's made that I didn't like. If he had been there for enough episodes,
right? Exactly.
There's like 8 episodes, and 2 of them he's not even there for.
He's not even in, right?
Really, we had like 6 episodes of him being the doctor.
They're doing Doctor.
No, of course he didn't. Or sorry, 6 episodes for this season. I think there was that many for the last one.
Yeah.
So like, he had 12 episodes to be the doctor, which I think. With David Tennant per season, he had at least like 20.
He had no, he never got as high as 20. I think the highest they get is 13, but even then, that's still more. That's one season.
That's still more. That's exactly. 1 season.
And like, yeah, you're right. He's in. There's 8 episodes, and he's not in 3 of them.
How many
Like what's the point? What's the
episodes?
point? Like, yeah, like every like you're like it's the showrunners. Like it's Russell T Davies. He's the one who's behind. It's Russell T Davies and Disney's fault for the way this shook out. It's not his fault. It's not. I wouldn't even say go so far as to say it's a entirely on the.
So this is the best way to compare it. Um,
What is?
and I used Matt Smith so that we weren't using any of the modern day version of David Tennant to compare. But if I compare
Chudy Gatwa.
Judy Gatwa, who was 8 episodes per season, right?
I think
That's what
so.
he had,
No, I
and
think
he
you're right.
wasn't. And
I think the latest one was only 6. I think you're right. Pretty sure.
well, I mean, the season had 8 episodes, but he was only in 6 of them.
Oh, okay,
Um,
fair enough. Fair enough.
is more what I was saying for that, because there was the one episode where it was about the robot people or whatever that the girl was
Yeah,
escaping from, and like they had him on a video for like 5 seconds.
yeah. There's like they do like 2 or
So
3. I know they do
I
at
don't
least
consider
2.
him to be in that episode. Is my
They,
point.
they do at least
Um,
2 Doctor Light episodes in these seasons, and they're
but
just too short for to do that. You're like, well, this is already short enough. But it was
um,
so he could do
but
Barbie. I think that's why. But anyway,
but to compare him to Matt Smith, who did 3 seasons. 2 of the seasons were 13 episodes, and one season was 15 episodes. Matt Smith had 44 episodes to become the Doctor.
yeah, exactly. But to be fair,
This
Matt
other
Smith
guy,
also his
this other
Doctor
guy had
changes too much in my opinion. But
this
still,
this other guy had like what at best 15.
I think even fucking Christopher Eccleston got
Hold on,
13.
let's find out. Uh,
You're pretty sure Christopher Eccleston got 13 at least. I'm pretty sure that first series is 13 episodes. So it's still more. It's still more than Judy Gatwa got.
Chuti, see,
I think it's 16 plus 2 Christmas specials. I
I
want
don't
to
know how
say
to spell his name.
Ncutti. Uh, and then that should probably get you. I think
There we
Gatwa
go.
Gatwa.
Mr. Gatwa was starred in a total of 19 episodes.
Yeah, so that's half the time.
That's like not even like
No, he
maybe
didn't do
half
a
if we're
full
being
run. He
generous.
didn't. He did more than Christopher Eccleston, but less than Peter Capaldi. Like a 3-year run is a good run for a Doctor. Like I think a solid 3 years. Matt Smith did 3 years. David Tennant did 3 years. Jodie Whittaker did 3 years, but he didn't want to do it. That's part of the problem. I mean, the only criticism I would levy against Judy Gatwa is he was half in the whole time. He was good when he was there.
David Tennant, in his 10th Doctor iteration, did 47
Yeah,
episodes.
exactly. Major difference. But does that count include the specials though?
No, the special with the three well, I might. It includes the 47 episodes, including 3 seasons, regular specials, and his multi-part regeneration story. With the 14th Doctor part included, he had 50.
Okay,
50
but
times he was the
that's
Doctor,
50 episodes for you to get used to him as the Doctor, right?
as opposed to
And
19.
even he kind of sticks it out a little too long. Same thing with
As opposed
Smith.
to 19.
But yeah, that's major difference. But yeah, when he was there, the reason why there's so many Doctor Light episodes was he couldn't commit the time to it, and like his career was kind of taken off. I think him leaving this will hurt him. But to be fair, it staying didn't help Matt Smith. Matt Smith post Doctor Who career has kind of sputtered. The only one who has really succeeded, and that's because he decided to do smaller television and smaller stuff, smaller scale roles.
Even Capaldi had 40 episodes.
Yeah, but like, see, Capaldi was famous going into the Doctor, and he was a huge fan, so he really committed. Judy Gatwa never committed. He was kind of taking off with a kind of a movie career, and so he never fully. That would be my one criticism of him, is he never really fully committed to the process. He was always busy, which is why he's not in it enough.
Yeah, well, always to me, it always felt like he didn't really want to do it.
I think with the Doctor, you need someone who's charming, who's
Really, he was only in 13 episodes, so I guess Christopher Eccleston
Yeah, he was only in 13.
Takes the cake for the least amount.
Yeah, he was only in 13, and he didn't do any specials. But even then, I really like Judy Gatwa as the Doctor. It's a real shame he didn't do it. He needed one more season. But the theory was that he was going to come back that turning into Billy Piper was temporary and he was going to come back, and it wasn't actually a regeneration. It was just a swap out so he could go do some other project and then come back, and then he was going to do another season.
Clearly, he didn't want to come back.
I don't know, but I think it's the Doctor Who is not one like in Japan. We talked about how doing tokusatsu helps your career. Being the Doctor doesn't seem to help your career all that much, because Matt Smith went off to do big Hollywood movies, but none of them did well. None of them. The only one who has any post Doctor success, I would say, is probably David Tennant. I mean, Peter Capaldi has done a couple of things, but David Tennant has done some
Tennant was in Marvel.
He was in Marvel, and he did some prestige drama. So like he's done some shit, whereas Matt Smith hasn't really. And I don't think this is gonna help Ncuti Gatwa, but we'll see. I don't think
I don't think it'll help Ncuti Gatwa, because it wasn't really liked.
No, not really.
Like if he had taken off and had become the next
That's not true. There is a segment of the audience who, because people always say, my
yeah, but he didn't have success like David Tennant or Matt Smith did.
Well, okay, there's a two-part well but to that first part, which is, I would have said the same thing about Jodie Whittaker, where I'm like, I would never say he's not. I would say both of those doctors are liked, not loved. Is how I would say it. But there's a but to that. I would characterize them as liked, not loved.
I don't know. I would say that how do I word this? Whittaker, I would say her Doctor became loved
again not
retroactively, and I think the same will happen with Ncuti Gatwa. I think that with hindsight, people will learn to love it.
But no, here's what I'm talking about. I don't think they in its time.
Like,
I should say, at best, Judy, both of their doctors, the 13th and 15th doctors, are liked, not loved. Liked, not loved. At their best, they are hated at their worst. They are not liked, not loved at their best. That's with a but.
Tolerated.
That is with the but of. But there is a certain segment of that audience that does love them, like die hard. Like there's a woman who her whole channel is she just does the 13th Doctor impression. Like there's cosplayers, there's women out there who firmly identify with that version of the character and love that version of that character, and I totally get it. And it's the same thing with Ncuti Gatwa. Like there's so many gay black men out there. I've seen so many videos of gay black men who have cosplayed as his first outfit, who fucking just love him with the rings and the jacket and everything, who absolutely love him. And I think that's what's great about the Doctor, is that someone will always love, like, just because it's not
everybody has a Doctor,
it will be their Doctor. Yes. And yeah, absolutely. Jodie Whittaker is somebody's Doctor, and that's great. So like, I'm like, you're right. The audience is lukewarm to them, but there is a segment of the audience that is very much not lukewarm to them. So I
just think that with the example of those two particular doctors, much like the characters themselves, they are the minority.
Yeah, I think it's funny because
really not even a chuckle at that one.
I chose to ignore what you just said. I heard it.
I thought it was clever. Come on.
No, I'm not.
Come on, you got to at least give a little
solid.
nod.
I'm solid, but not. No, we're not. But no, there's a clip. I certainly don't. It's not canceled. Doctor Who's not canceled. It's
probably. I mean,
entirely too profitable for that. Still,
it's never really. I think much like the Doctor, it never really dies.
No. I think
might go on hiatus for a while.
Yeah, they'll supplement it with like comics and audio books, audio dramas, what have you.
Yeah, I mean they might do a thing where, and this, you would hate this, but they might do a thing where they follow up the story with this in like an audio drama or a comic, and then reboot the series and never address it on screen.
So fucking
you would absolutely hate that. I wouldn't love it either.
But it's harder though, because like typically they get the original actors back, so like they would get Billy Piper and Ncuti Gatwa, and they'd spend the money, and then they'd get them back, and it'd be like, oh, this is not the same, but I mean, hey, it's a close third.
It's as close as probably would ever get.
It's not even a second. It's third. It's funny. We got a comment to that nature where it was like, no, I think it helps people bring love to the comics or whatever, and it was like, we'll do that. We'll do that in a comment response another time. But no, I saw a clip of Stephen Moffat being like laughing at the people being hyperbolic, being like, Doctor Who is dead and canceled. He's like, no, it's not gonna go out off the air for 16 years like it did before. It might be like 2-3 years while they figure it out, but it's not canceled. They didn't say it was canceled. It will come back eventually. It just might take a little bit for it to come back. So we will see. The question is, which straight white man will be the Doctor next? Really, you didn't even.
What? No, I mean that's probably what they're gonna do.
He's gonna be straight. He's gonna be white.
I mean, first they're gonna do Rose Tyler, and if they don't reboot the entire franchise, yeah, they probably will, just to fucking try and recoup some losses, as far as they're concerned.
It's gonna be a charming, befuddled.
So I'm just trying to picture who, if I could choose anyone, who I would put in that position.
I kind of want Will Poulter.
I can't picture him.
Will Poulter is you guys are getting paid?
Oh, you'd be a little too young.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm all down for like I like a younger Doctor. I don't like a bad Doctor.
I kind of was picturing Daniel Craig.
Oh, he'd also be good. I think he's too expensive though. To be fair, I think Will Poulter's probably also too expensive.
But he's just
Greg would be fun though. He'd be a fun Doctor.
He's exactly British enough that I could see them doing it.
But I don't. The only thing that kind of prevents
because like to me they would pick him because like they're trying to really capture the old spirit of Doctor Who, and like I feel like he might do that.
The only thing that really prevents him is he's technically already James Bond, so I think that would preclude him from doing it. But I'm not against it because it can't be too iconic British characters.
There a rule?
I mean, I feel like it's an unspoken one. You can't be too iconic British characters.
All right. Well, if I had to pick a pack of pickled peppers, then I would pick who would I pick? Harry Potter.
Oh no, dude! Daniel Radcliffe as the Doctor.
I would pick him as the Doctor.
That would be sick. I feel like he would do it.
I feel like he would do it.
I don't know if he's a fan of if he's a fan of Doctor Who. I feel like he would do it. If he's not a fan, maybe not. But like,
if he's not a fan, I feel like he could be a
great Doctor.
If he's not a fan, I feel like he could be offered the correct amount of money to become a fan.
He'll do it. He'll do whatever he wants. And I just feel like if you went to him and gave him you offered him something, that feels like he's not above television. He's done television, so it's not like he's not willing. He's done lots of television. He actually had a show that came out recently that I've heard is actually really good with Tracy Morgan.
And I feel like he could appeal to the younger, to the people who want a younger Doctor, who want like a Matt Smith. He feels like to me like he would be a Matt Smith.
He is giving me real Matt Smith. Yeah, you're right. He would be good. He would be a good Doctor. I think he would be a good Doctor. And I think it's fun because he's kind of a shorter guy, so you can have kind of a smaller guy be an excellent the Doctor always needs to be British or like
who would you make
European
his master? If you had Daniel Radcliffe as the Doctor.
Ray Fiennes.
Okay, I have to look up who that is.
You're gonna spell it R-A. I'm gonna stop you because you're gonna spell it wrong. It's the guy who plays Voldemort.
Oh, that'd be funny.
But
I was trying to think of someone from the Harry Potter. Who you can have be him.
He's just a normal guy though. He doesn't have any makeup or anything.
My first thought was actually Tom Felton.
I want Matt Smith to be the Master. Like I want Matt Smith. That'd be fun as well. But I want Matt Smith to come back and be the Master. Like at least once. I think that I really liked our theory when we were like David Tennant's going to be the Master. I swear to God that was going to be a thing, and then they decided last minute not to do it. And that's when the what's his face came back. I swear, like at one point the Master was totally going to be David Tennant. Because there was
it could have been great.
That would have been fun. But yeah, have Matt Smith come back and be the Master. I think that'd be fun. Because he sounds like he's willing to come back. Unlike Peter Capaldi, who has no interest in coming back ever, he sounds like he would come back for the right idea, and that feels like the right idea. Daniel Radcliffe as the Doctor and Matt Smith as the Master. There, I'm into it.
I mean, that would be dope.
That would be so rad.
But like, I'm also in my mind, I'm like, ever since the Disney one, when they brought in as the Toy Master.
Oh, Neil
Um,
Patrick Harris.
yeah, I'm like you've opened it up to American audiences for different villains and different ideas. Not necessarily the Doctor and
Yeah,
themselves,
I wasn't a
but
fan of
like
that.
you've opened it up to different ideas, and so I'm like, what are some interesting things that you could do, and who could you have be in different positions and stuff, and like there are some interesting potential ones that
Yeah,
you
I
could
was
come
not
up
a
with.
fan of. I mean, I don't. I like Neil Patrick Harris, and I like the character, and I like the performance. I didn't like that he was Neil Patrick Harris because it pulled me out. Because I was like, he's too.
He's too famous.
But also,
That
to be
was my
fair,
thing.
Justin. I think there's been a bunch of really quite famous people who from like.
Andrew Garfield was on at
Yeah, but
one
he was
point.
British and he wasn't famous at that point, so it's a little different. But like, I can't think of who else. But there was someone else that was
I'm pretty sure
distractingly
you
famous.
had I'm pretty sure you had Crowley was on there at one
He
point.
was, yeah, he was. The Goku's in there as well.
Chris Sabat?
No, Justin Chatwin.
Oh, not Chris Sabat. That's
Sean
Vegeta.
Schimmel, the live
Sean
action
Schimmel.
Goku. He was in the episode
Oh,
where he's in the Doctor Mysterio episode.
neat.
Anyway, Doctor Who is not going anywhere. People, calm down. That's probably gonna be, that might be the title of the video. This might be one of those weeks where I take
Calm your titties, internet. The Doctor Who ain't going nowhere.
Doctor Who ain't going nowhere. Hey there, everybody. It's Ncard Justin here. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think? Is Doctor Who dead? Will it come back stronger than ever? Are they going to reboot it? Let me know any thoughts you have down in the comments down below. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see the full podcast that this is from, it was my birthday. It's my birthday on Friday. Special. Click the box on the left. Or if you just want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Or you could just leave this video a like. That helps us out too. We'll see you all in the next video, everybody. Have a good day.